Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
I'm ready.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. Good anti-air. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Still slugging it out here. Trips him up. Uh-oh. Falls short. Goes for the fireball. Deftly shuts out the jumping. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. What'll happen here? Holds out with the block. Player two can't use any more drive without burning out. Burnout! KO! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Medium kick. Brushes that off and keeps going. Max SA gauges. It's a good spot to use the super. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Condor dive. AKUMA's going in. They're trading attacks. Scrapping it out up close. Excellent block. Jumps. Zones with the fireball. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Light lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player one needs to use the baits out the attack and get the punish counter. What a finish! Player two faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
A new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? That was a solid anti-air. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player one has the life lead. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Taking stock. Both of them have entered burnout stage, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Combo with the target combo. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Oh, burnout triggered. They kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player two wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off? Holds out with the block. Brushes that off and keeps going. Jumps in. Oh, they're in the baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Both fighters planning something? Sneaks in the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like adds a bit of OD spice there. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Player one willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player one is in burnout state, throws them. Here comes the corner pressure. Drives it back, misses. Oh, here we go. This is gonna hurt. Over in a flash. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Burnout is triggered. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Spends the gauge on the block, brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Nails the anti-air. Player two can't use any more drive without burning out. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. It's been a fight, so both players decide to stand down and catch their breath. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Neither fighter can land the deciding hit. Anything could happen here. Zones with the fireball. Jumps? Just out of range for that throw. What'll happen here? KO! Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off? Uses the parry. Drive boosted Hadouken. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player one creates a good corner. It's a good spot to use the super. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Locks up. Goes for the jump in. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
AKUMA.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes air to deny them a chance. Stands firm and blocks the driving. What's the play here? Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Big low reaching heavy. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Spends the gauge on the block, heats it up with a combo into super. They just went for it with that super. This may be the burnout activates. Player two has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this. Wins out in the battle of the skies. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Hits them with a stopping bomb. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Neither fighter can rely on their drive anymore. What's the next move? Jumps up. Burnout activates. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Big opportunity now in this corner. Barely blocks the jump in. How will they utilize this? Just goes for it at this range. Breaks it. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Close range projectile. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. 2 needs to use the threat of the... This is gonna hurt! Shoot their shot! Ooh, the drive impact flatlines them! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like he tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Denies the jump in. Cross-up attack. Jump, solid anti-air. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Can this drive bring them back? Player crowns them from above. Amazing. The jump in is all in with a rush. Impact squat. The low kick hits. Anti-air in the clutch. Shakes things up with a fireball. They're taking a step back. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? Sets up with the jump in. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. What now? Oh, combo! Let's go! What are they gonna do? The jump-in is denied. Both sides getting ready, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player 1 finds the target. All in with a rush. Goes all out with the super hard. Answers with a fuck. I called it. It is over. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets a good read on their opponent. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Grabs him, knockdown. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Was looking for that jump attack. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Did well to get the buff in there. Checks him with the projectile, brushes that off and keeps going. Things are slow going right now. Heats it up with a combo into super. Can they keep on him? Still scrapping for control of the space. There's an overdrive shorty. Drive rush to keep it going. Were they baiting them into that? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. But knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Oh, burnout triggered. No cookout complete without Empyrean's end. Look at that final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it. Who could have guessed how that match would have turned out? Not me.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. sees it coming and blocks it out. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Both fighters are low on drive gauge. They'll want to tread carefully for this part of the fight. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it? KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps up, brushes that off, and keeps going. Very slick with the combo. Scrapping it out up close. This is a tough situation to be in with no drive for both fighters. Just goes for it at this range. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2 will need to read the jump in perfectly. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. No! Critical art now? KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Let's off a projectile to waste time. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Ooh, what's this? That's some big juice. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. So little life left. Shows a medium kick. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 finishes it with the anti-air. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can. Brushes that off and keeps going. Goes for the rush. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 has a slight life lead. How much damage can they deal before the opponent? Looking to impress with this super. Zanku Hadouken. Burnout activates. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Knockdown and perfect KO. They were in full control there.
AKUMA, win!
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
A new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Ready yourself. Round 1.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Blocks the jump in. The impact gets blocked. Perfect air-to-air. Stops the attack by using a drive cannon. Neither of them willing to back off here. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Got their eye on the air. Very solid corner switch. Absorbs the attack and fires back. All right, what?
Bends a little game for the Misatsu Gohago.
Throws out a projectile. This is a huge chance to make him feel it. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2
Goes for the Misatsu.
gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Big throws.
Sakuhado.
That's a counter. Scrapping it out up close. Jumps up. Smart play with the throw. A quick breather.
Kuma's going in.
Springs forward with a drive rush. Going in? How will they manage their drive gauges? Knocked them out of the air. Player 1 will look. Ooh. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Oh my god, they just choked it up!
Looking to remove him from the sentence with a big bag.
Combo finishes it! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? There's the counter we wanted. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. And whips! They're wide open. Okay, here we go.
Fires off a Hadouken.
Adds a bit of OG spice. They are in a real bad situation here. Excellent block. Clutch parry. What a finish. Player 2 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Oh! Picture perfect punish counter. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player 1 is just about out of drive out there. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 2 is in a tight spot right now. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
A brave forward jump there to start. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in. Will this super art connect? Player 2 was completely shut out in that last round. They really need to think about whether to press on with their current game plan or change up their playstyle a bit. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? They're blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Going in?
Saku Hadouken.
Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Burnout activates. Player, excellent block. What are they gonna do? Jump, drive, and back misses. The next tough, that was the highest I've ever seen. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight. Round. Fight.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Fires off a Hadouken.
Jumps. Super clutch corner switch.
Hits them with a stopping block. Drive burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change.
Good job escaping that kick.
Turning it right up with a super.
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales.
This might be a pivotal super art. Fires off a Hadouken.
Jumps. This may turn into a big chance. What a finish! Player 2 shows they are truly the best of the best. We are about to see a mirror match go down where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top?
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down. The jump-in is denied. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
There's an overdrive on. How will they take advantage? Hit them with a stopping block. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Jumps in. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. A quick breather. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Both fighters planning something? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Are we gonna see a comeback here? All in with a rush! This is gonna be bad news. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one.
Final round. Fight.
Adds a bit of OD spice there. Connects with the throw. Still slugging it out at this range. Gotta do better than that. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Impact squat. Hadouken. Close range projectile. Fires off a Hadouken. Ooh, what a smart throw. One step forward run. Quick drive rush. The drive impact doesn't work. Jetting in all on a drive rush. Looking for a hold. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Shakes things up with a fireball. Gets into perfect fireball range. Hadouken! Okay, here we go. They push their way out of the corner. Fires off a Hadouken. Tons of space between. Can this drive bring them back? A projectile to say, get off of me. Mid parry. Good parry. Oh, kisses the fireball. Player 2 shows they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sakuhado avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Look at the damage they could pump out with the combo. Things are heating up. What's the play here? Checks with the projectile. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Big counter. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 chases KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Zanku Hadouken. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps in. Springs forward with the drive rush. A parry? Looking for a chance. Gets carried to the corner. Nice counter. Knockdown, drive rush to keep it going. How will they manage their drive gauges?
Getting it all on the drive rush.
Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Both fighters planning something? Taking chunks out of each other here.
Nice fireball. Hadouken. Interesting. Drives it back, misses. Both sides getting ready. Wraps it up with a throw.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Open with a jump in. Who's going to steal this win? Zakuhado.
Player one managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The forward rush connects with the throw.
With them getting it all on the drive rush. Turning it right up with a super. I hope you're not a lightweight because one stiff mess up is enough to ether you.
With drive rush.
Wraps it up with a throw.
Player one survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. That drive impact is blocked. Checks him with the projectile. Blocks the jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Gets a good read on their opponent. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Okay, they trade hits. They break things off to take a quick breather. Knockdown. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Experiencing burnout. Taking stock. Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Neither of them willing to back off here.
Zaku Hadouken.
Takes a trip. Player two has a slight life lead. Both fighters planning something? Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation, drive rush to keep it going. Looking for a chance. Drive rush! Jumps! Throw is denied, what a read!
Hadouken.
Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Zaku Hado.
Fireball pressure, trying to wear down the opponent. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range.
Fires off Hadouken.
Player one is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Just go for it! Drive it back, misses! Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Doesn't take the throw! Player two proved to be the victor in that mirror match.